Good, glorious day to you all, and may the peace of the Lord be with all of you on this beautiful, beautiful day. For today is the day the Lord hath given us, let us rejoice in it. Today I want to quickly talk about disciplines, spiritual disciplines. So I've uploaded some videos over on my TikTok talking about spiritual disciplines and talking about having a spiritual utility belt that you go to. That's my incense that you see there. A spiritual utility belt that you go to. What are you armed with? Because in this world, in this life, in this path that we all walk, it's a fight. And we have to arm ourselves with many disciplines. We arm ourselves with prayer and we arm ourselves with the word. It's a fight. If you're not praying every day, you're going to think people talking about you. If you ain't praying every day, you're going to go to Walmart and not tell nobody about Jesus. If you ain't praying every day, that's why your wife get mad when you don't bring that check home and she uses that 4-letter word. Because you ain't praying every day. So that is a very important one. Prayer and communication with our Creator, with our God, is the most important one, in my opinion. And second to that, or first to that, I'd say tied with first, they're all first place. They're all first place. Is the word. And that's how we are guided. So things that are listed on my spiritual utility belt, and I've just added a new one, so I'll get to that once I get through these. So I arm myself with prayer, I arm myself with the word, I arm myself with my pastors, Pastor Ryan and Pastor Marty. Fantastic people. Their whole families are wonderful. I could go to them anytime, any day with anything. You know, it's great to I am so humbled and so at peace to know I have pastors that I could go to. You know, if it was really that important, I could call Ryan at 3:00 in the morning. No problem. So also arm myself with disciplines. Of course, these are all of these: peace, hope, service, meditation, fasting, community, love, patience, compassion, desire, and the most recent one that I've added, as a result of being vehemently attacked for doing what I do just recently, it has created yet another discipline for me. And I call it the verse of the day. So every morning when I read my scripture, after I say my prayers, I read my scripture and I do, what I do in my readings and that. I find a verse that I'm reading and I write it down on a little piece of paper. I fold it up and put it in my pocket. So yesterday was the first one. It was 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 10, and I dated it. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches and necessities, in persecutions, in distresses. For Christ's sake, when I am weak, then I am strong. Now, move on to today. Today it came from Galatians. Chapter 1, verse 10. Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. And what I do with these verses of the day is I keep them in my pocket and I think about them for the whole day through, and I reference them as often as possible in throughout my travels, no matter what I'm doing. So these disciplines are very important, and these disciplines have built up over some time. And they are the weapons that we use, because Paul said we do not fight against flesh. We fight against principalities and powers in high places. Spiritual disciplines. And on that note, guys, I'm going to read to you the very first Psalm, because it was talked about yesterday, and I've been thinking about it ever since, in terms of the attacks, through what Paul dealt with, and what I have recently dealt with. So I will read Psalm 1 to you. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked. This is from the New International Version. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord. and who meditates on his law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by a stream of water, which yields its fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Whatsoever they do prosper. Not so the wicked. They are like chaff, and that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked leads to destruction. With that, folks, I hope you have a very, very blessed day. I'm looking forward to doing my live show over on TikTok at 9 a.m. I do that every day, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. And I do some evening ones, Friday through Monday, sometimes on YouTube, sometimes on TikTok. But I have to be where the crowd is. So, I mean, I made a plan to do lives on YouTube Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday at 8 p.m. But until some more traction comes, I'm going to be where my crowd is. It wouldn't make sense for me to say, hey guys, all of you, I have 30,500 followers on TikTok. Let's just move it over to YouTube. So I will stay where my crowd is for the time being. Be blessed. May the peace of the Lord be with you all.